all of Boone, and all Randolph counties. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I came to Mizzou in 1983 as a 17-year-old freshman, and I loved it here. I had the time of my life when I was at Mizzou, and I love Mizzou. I met my wife here. We got married. We decided we loved Columbia so much we stayed in Columbia. We have 3 small kids. We have a 9-year-old boy, a 7-year-old boy, and a 3-year-old girl. And for a young family, Columbia is a great place to be. And one reason it's a great place to be is because of the University of Missouri. One thing about my race, about a Senate race like this, is I would bet most of the people in this room are from somewhere else. And you came here just like I did. I was actually born in St. Louis. And I came here in '83 as a freshman, but I stayed. I never left, which I would encourage all of you to do. But other than that, you come here and you think, well, I'm interested in the presidential race, and I'm interested in the race for governor, and I'm interested in some of these other races, but I don't live in Boone County. And so I don't really care about that. But you need to care about that. And the reason that you need to care about that is if you care about this university, you need to understand who the senator is for this district. Because the senator for this district is key in controlling what money comes to the university and what support this university gets. And our current Senator, Chuck Graham, for example, Bob Hogan was mentioned earlier. In 2000, 2002, when Bob Hogan came in, Chuck Graham was the representative for this district. And so he had control over what came to this university. And this university suffered the worst financial cuts it has ever seen in its history from 2000 to 2004 under that majority General Assembly that Chuck Graham was part of and under Bob Hogan. And since 2005, since Governor Blunt came in, this university has gotten an increase of $25 million, and it's still increasing. But that's to make up for the shortfalls that occurred in those previous 4 years, where rather than make hard decisions that had to be made and make the cuts that needed to be made across the board at the various state agencies, the easy out was just cut the money for the University of Missouri. And that's not acceptable. We can't ever let that happen again. So again, I encourage you, if you care about the University of Missouri, look at some of these down-ticket races. Go down the ticket and look at who's running for representative, and that would be Ed Robb. And look at who's running for Senate, and look at who's running for these positions, and know their position. Is that someone that's going to protect this university or not? Because 2 years ago, this university lost $84 million for New Health Sciences Center. It was slated to come here. That $84 million was coming here. That's a huge research asset. It draws students. It draws international faculty. And that money was lost. And Chuck Graham personally lost that money for this university. He lost $34 million for the Ellis Michelle Cancer Center that year, too. But last year, because of the hard work of Ed Robb and Steve Hobbs, that money was put back in. But again, those races matter. And let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a lawyer with the law firm of Lathrop & Gage. I live here in Columbia, but my office is in Jefferson City. I'm a former special prosecutor for the state of Missouri, a former assistant attorney general, and a former special assistant U.S. attorney. I prosecuted mostly environmental crimes and other general crimes like rape and murder, capital murder cases I've tried all across the state. I've spent half my legal career in the public sector. And I know the importance of having somebody that knows how to be professional, how to solve problems, how to bring people with differing attitudes together to solve problems. Because if we ask everybody in this room, we all may be Republicans, and you may be college Republicans, but I guarantee there are a lot of issues that you do not agree on. But that should not be your focus. Your focus should be everything that you do agree on, and what you can accomplish by empowering people, and having the recognition that government does not solve your problems. People solve problems. And throwing more money at problems doesn't solve problems. But again, it's the power of people. It's the power of all of you in this room to help the candidates that you support win these elections. You know, I've been in politics a long time. It's the first time I've run for an office. But I've been working with people who have run for office 20, 25 years, worked for campaigns. This is truly one of the most unusual election cycles that people have ever seen for several reasons. And so if you have a candidate that you support, you need to get out there and work. Because I tell you, every last little bit of effort is going to make a difference in this election the way it's shaping up. So I encourage you, please come out, support the candidates, volunteer, walk in parades, go door to door, do everything you can do because you got to get those candidates elected that you want to get elected, and more importantly than anything, for you it should be, this university has got to have the right candidates get elected in November to survive the next 4 years. Thank you.